Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network, also on the Protest Sports Network. It's your boy Tone, aka Tech, and we're back with another video. All glory to God, man. I know what time it is for God. We will not be rapping time right now. Hope God's open doors and paving ways for all you people in the Almighty Lord's name. Pray, man. Today's video, we have a special guest, and we're going to do an off-season check-in on his Arizona Cardinals and our beloved Washington Commanders. Before I get too far into it, y'all know how I do it on every stream or every video. I give you guys the verse of the day in my Bible app, so I will do that right now. This is from Psalms 42, verse 11. It states, "Why, my soul, are you downcast? Why so disturbed within me? Put your hope in God, for I will yet praise him, my Savior and my God." Always praise the Lord, okay? I'll be easy on these streets. Let's get right into it. Joe, how you been, guy? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. It's always good to hang out with you, Tone. I always enjoyed talking with you. You're such a optimistic, positive, upbeat dude, and just a good guy. So anytime you reach out to me, I'm always glad to jump on with you, man.
Facts, man. So, before we get too far into how our teams are doing, I remember we did a stream on your channel. We did some mock drafts. So how did I look after my mock compared to?
Oh man, you know, I that's a good question. Let me bring that up because that's a really good question, and I didn't really look at that. But looking at mock draft Mondays, right? And let's see. Man, I should have prepared for this, huh? I know the Cardinals did really good, right? But
you guys did really well. I like what you guys
so did. Mock Draft Mondays 2024. So when did you what I gotta find out what week you were
with. I think like early in March, I think.
Was it? Okay. So let's
early in mid-March. It was like 6 weeks out before the draft.
Right. Okay. So that week was Kyler Bird. I have this really organized folder.
That's good. That's good.
Yes. And then that week was Blake Murphy. And I went, here we are. Okay. All right. So I have your mock draft. You ready for this? Yep. You had them taking Malik Neighbors at 6.
Yeah.
And actually,
you guys stuck at 4 and took.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can share this. Actually,
I think you can.
Well, I popped it in. If you'll throw it up there, this is the mock draft. That if it's in the back. Do you see down there? There we go. There's Tony's mock draft, right? I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had Malik Neighbors, Jerzon Newton, Zach Frazier, TJ Tampa.
Wow, I had him going to y'all, and he came to us.
You got Max Melton, though. Look at that.
Hey!
Right? Javon Baker, Isaac Rendo, Jordan Travis, Eric All, Ryan Watts, Jalen Green. So, you got one hit. That's good, right? A player they really liked. So, they went receiver early. They just didn't trade back, right? We don't know what happened there. Newton, it sounds like there was some injury stuff that kept them from taking him. So, we
got him at 36. I just felt that.
They went guard in the 3rd round. They didn't go Haynes, but they went Adams, right? They went tight end earlier than you did. They went running back earlier, but I mean, you had a good mock, and in terms of the general strategy and philosophy on this. So
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I just had the positions right. I'll take that.
Yeah, right. And listen, you hit one player, and that's not easy to do.
That's one player, and that wasn't the obvious one either.
Right, exactly.
I'll take that. I'll take that and run with it. That's fine. I'll take that. That's going to be very interesting. That's going to be very interesting how your draft class is similar to the rest of your team. So out of your draft picks outside of Marvin Harrison Jr., what was your favorite one?
Man, I mean, there's a lot that I really like. Benson was definitely one that I really like in terms of just, some people had him as the best running back in the draft. Certainly one of the best couple of running backs, and I loved that they grabbed him. I don't mind going running back in the 3rd round. I'm not a 1st round running back guy, but I think that's a good place to get him.
My boy's Tim from the Tim Sports Talk. He hates running backs in the 1st round.
Oh yeah. But get Benson, when you got Benson in the 3rd round, top of the 3rd round, and that's arguably the best running back, right? There's a guy I've Dadrian Taylor Demerson, that safety, in the 4th round. I think he's he's
Oh
going to be so
yeah,
good.
I like them a lot. Coming out, I like both their safeties. We got
Yeah.
Tyler Owens as a priority free agent, so
But the
I like
guy
both their safeties come out of school.
The guy I'm kind of keying in on, and he's not the obvious one, is a guy I did a video on, Tip Ryman, and like super athletic tight end, right,
Uh,
out of Illinois.
my boy Roger Smith loved him come out of Illinois.
Yeah, and like
We gotta have this guy.
he didn't have a lot of production, but they don't use a tight end a lot, for receiving in Illinois. But like his athleticism was like off the charts good. He's big, he's strong, he's fast. And like I love like him as just this piece that's gonna unlock so many other things in the offense between his blocking and the things he's gonna do there and a little bit of receiving. I how there's some players that like their own stat line may not be huge, but there's things they do that allow other players around them to be more effective, like the running backs and the
Yeah.
receivers and what he'll do in the blocking game, given on both pass blocking and run blocking. I just think he's going to kind of unlock a lot of things in this offense that won't show up on his own stat line.
I can feel that. I can feel that. I think my favorite draft pick outside of the obvious Jaden Daniels. That's obvious. But outside of Jaden, that's a tough one. I know a lot of people love the Luke McCaffrey pick. I like it too.
Yeah.
My favorite by far, besides Jaden Daniels, has to be Mike Sanders still.
I mean, that's a great pick.
The best slot corner in the draft, in my opinion. He can play press, he can play man, he can play zone. Yeah, he's a little light in the pants at 5'10", 183 pounds, but every 183 pounds is used for violent force, which I like a lot. And I mean, he puts boys in straps. Like he straps these receivers. Like I've seen all these guys get put in a seatbelt in the slot messing with him. I just think he's going to be Mike Hilton, and Mike Hilton's the best slot corner in football. And if he's that, he's the best slot corner in the league, and you got him in the second round. So I love Mike Sanders still. I'm a big fan of his, and
I love getting
a good
slot corner. Like, look at what Brian Branch was for the Detroit Lions last year, right? This really great slot corner. If you grab a guy like that and add him to your roster, I just think they make. I don't know. I think they do a lot of important things. Having a really physical slot corner like Mike Sanders still, I think, is a great pickup for you guys.
Facts. So I wanted Brian Branch last year, by the way. So I was definitely mad when we didn't get it. When the Lions got their hands on him, we didn't. So.
Oh yeah, I liked him too, for sure.
Shout out to Chief 42 was good, Tom. Hope all works you and your family. I appreciate that. It'll get better. Things will be fine. What are your winning numbers for this year? Record wise, I said 8 and 9 when I was on live with Juan Gotti, so that's what I kind of have right now. It's 8 and 9, but we'll see. We'll just see. Won every home game, so we'll see how that goes. And going to 3 road games this year. Whew, God dang. I'll be going to Baltimore because that's up the road. Thank God it's not an actual trip. So going to that one. We're actually will be in Arizona for your game. So,
nice. Nice.
We'll be going to.
I wish I were going to be there.
Cardinals. Play the Commanders. My dad, my uncle, and my brother and I are going out to Phoenix.
Oh, nice.
We just booked our trip for that, and then me, my boy Juan Gotti, and another content creator of ours in our community, we should be going to Tampa week 1 when we play the Bucks.
Nice.
Should be a fun season. A bunch of on the road, a bunch of watching home games, and a bunch of watching the Washington Commanders. You guys get 12 vlogs this year, guys. 12. Usually get the home games and that's it. You guys are getting 3 road game vlogs. I'm putting the work for y'all. Please subscribe. For goodness sakes. God dang, give me the 3K already. God dang. But yeah, so we talked the draft. What's some other moves you guys done that make some low key moves that we didn't peep, or things that you like as some under the radar things that we want to keep an eye on if we're not a Cardinals fan?
Yeah, so I think a couple. I think Mac Wilson Sr., the linebacker, right, that we picked up.
I did pick him up.
Yeah, from the Patriots. And, our inside linebacker spot has been a little bit banged up and a little bit of a work in progress. We got Kaiser White, and then we had a couple guys starting who really probably we didn't want starting for us, but they had to because of injuries. You know, Wilson had graded really well last year. He wasn't a full-time starter, but had an 81.5 PFF grade. You
Impressive.
know, yeah. Now it wasn't full-time snaps last year that he had, but he was solid, right? And he had a nice little bit of pass rush. You know, kind of. You know, he on 305 snaps, right? You know, so they've got him on the inside linebacker, and I think that helps solidify that next to Kaiser White. You know, a couple guys that are solid. You know, instead of more special teams guys like we had before. I think
Yeah, I
the
feel you on that. I feel you on that.
right,
The linebacker, boy. Woo!
yeah, and then the
We both got
Cardinals,
some real linebackers in our room finally.
yeah. Well, you guys drafted a guy too, McGee.
Jordan McGee in the 5th
yeah.
round. We picked up Bobby Wagner. We picked up
Yeah.
Frankie Louvu. So, still got Jamin Davis. So,
Yeah.
that's
But
interesting. What the way they're doing things in practice with him. We'll talk about that.
yeah, well, so the Cardinals, I think the important things they did is address the defensive interior line. They brought in like 3 guys that are maybe not household names, but they're solid guys who've been healthy and they're professional, right? You know, they built kind of raised the floor. They brought in Chris Tonga, they brought Justin Jones and Bob Nichols. Those 3 guys, right? So all 3 of those guys are just, they're an improvement on what we had last year, which was a bunch of practice squad type of guys.
Sure.
So young, healthy, it's really going to, I think, help the run defense a bit. So those are a couple of picks. I mean, Murphy Bunting, the cornerback they brought in to help solidify the cornerback room.
I like Sean Murphy Button a lot.
Yeah.
I like him from his days in Tampa, so
Yeah.
definitely like his game a lot. I think that's a good pickup too.
And then they brought in Evan Brown, guard center, who had most recently with the Seahawks, previously with Detroit Lions. And he's a guy who's a solid guy who could probably get a play at left guard. It sounds like he's right now slated to be the starter at left guard, and that was an area of need. So, in the draft is where they're really building the roster, but they've made a lot of nice, just solid, not flashy, but moves, but guys that are capable starters. And if their draft picks end up taking the job from them, that's fine. But if they
be nice rotational guys,
right, exactly. But these guys need to start for a while, so the draft picks kind of need to, can earn the jobs. They're better than what we did last year. So I really like the approach they've taken. I think it's.
I'll let you guys approach too. I think we took a very similar approach as well with our free agency. Picked up 100 edge rushers, but none of them are like not household names. Picked up Dorrance Armstrong, picked up Cleveland Farrell, Dante Fowler. Like these guys aren't household names, but Dorrance Armstrong is kind of similar to the guy you was talking about. Very limited snaps. Definitely wasn't a starter, but he was very productive at getting the quarterback and stopping the run. I think Dorrance Armstrong had like 7.5 sacks last year. I think Dupe had like 325 snaps, 330 snaps.
Yeah, I think
a ton. We had almost 8 sacks and didn't play hardly anything. So imagine he was a full-time starter. Now there's no Micah Parsons on the other side no more. So was it the product of you being next to Micah, or are you really this good? So that's a question to ask yourself. But $11 million a year for that question to be answered is not going to kill me. Like it's $11 million per season.
Well, I just think that's the smart way to approach free agency, in my opinion, and roster building in general. It's like, obviously the draft is where you want to get your stars and you build your roster that way. And when you hit on those guys, then you extend them and keep them, right? That's where most of your salary cap, in my opinion, should go to signing extensions with the guys you've drafted and you know who they are and they've been in your building. When it comes to free agency, that's where you kind of maybe add a little bit of depth, get some guys that you don't go crazy with the money in the free agency. You don't go after the stars because the best players don't end up there. And if you go after the top guys in free agency, you're usually overpaying quite a bit for guys that are just kind of okay. So you get those kind of just solid but not spectacular guys in free agency to kind of raise the floor, fill in a few gaps here and there. But where your big money spending needs to be is you draft guys and then sign them to extensions when they hit. That's where you spend your money because that's a safer bet because they've been in your building. You know what they bring. You know they fit what you're doing. So you spend the money on those guys rather than the free agent who maybe you haven't had in the building. And also, you're paying top money for your own guys, but if you pay that same money in free agency, you're getting typically players who aren't quite as good, right? So because the inflated price of free agents, what good players do you get out there? So I just think the approaches that we took, and it sounds like your Commanders are taking as well, of not going crazy in free agency is the smart way.
Yeah. We made a lot of shrewd moves, like getting Frankie Louis for $11 million a year.
Oh yeah, he's a solid player.
That's a steal. I think he's one of the best interior linebackers in football. Definitely one of the top 15 best of them. So
he was solid for Carolina.
Yeah, he was absolutely a dog. Like it was ridiculous how good he was playing in Carolina. But it wasn't as advertised because he was playing in Carolina, and Carolina sucks. So it's like, yeah, you're a good player on a bad team. You're not gonna get the notoriety you're looking for to get the big payday you're looking for. So hey, come to Washington, 3-year deal, a year out after 2 if you don't want to be here, and go from there. I like that move. I love getting Bobby Wagner on a 1-year deal, bring some leadership in, and bring another dog. He led the league in tackles at 32 years old. It's ridiculous. Nice. So it's kind of remind me how Washington picked up London Fletcher on his back of his career. And like, also 1-year thing. London Fletcher won't be that long. He'll retire in a little bit. Play till he's 37. At a very high level, mind you. So maybe this could be London Fletcher 2.0. I don't know. It could be. We'll see. I would love it to be. That would be beautiful. But it's a 1-year deal for now. We'll see how that goes. I think our most shrewd move, though, honestly speaking, was picking up Jeremy Chin on a 1-year deal. I said because he kind of struggled the last couple of years. He didn't have the rotation, didn't fit the defense well, didn't fit what Evero wanted to do in Carolina. So them saying, all right, look, you don't fit here, we won't play you much, and him getting a 1-year flyer here, in the defense, I think that fits his skill set, being in the box safety, blitzing against the quarterback, being good against the run, covering tight ends if need be, being that Buffalo nickel / safety linebacker hybrid type of guy. I think that's going to fit what he wants to do, and I think he'll shine in his defense. I really think he's going to shine very, very well in his defense. So I like that move as well. I think that's our most shrewd move is getting Jeremy Chin on a 1-year deal. A lot of people wanted Cameron Curl back. I did. I wanted Cameron Curl back. He's in your division now. Have fun. The Rams. So that should be interesting. But getting Jeremy Chin, I think, is a nice consolation.
You guys got I like one signing. It looks like, and I think you signed him this year. Tyler Badich, the center.
Badich, yeah.
Badich. That's a nice, solid pickup.
Yeah,
like
the center, yeah. That's huge. Our center play has been bad ever since we lost Chase Riley to retirement. We had guys like Nick Martin, Keith Ishmael, and Nick Gates. Oh my gosh, he was a turnstile. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. And Tyler Larson filled in last year very admirably for Nick Gates once he got benched for being a turnstile, but you got to upgrade the position. You can't just keep going with these mid-tier, low-tier centers getting your rookie quarterback killed. Like that's not smart. So having picked up, to be honest, that's a huge pickup too. I agree with that one. Yeah. I feel a better coach and better linebacker play will win more. What you think has been seeing over 59, we had good linebacker play. I can agree with that to a certain extent. I think with better linebacker play and better coaching, you could win more games, but we won 4 games last year, y'all. Going 8-9 is a huge improvement from being 4-13, losing 8 straight, and getting blown out 5 times. That's a huge improvement, okay? That's drastic. You win 4 more games, you're probably not getting blown out in 5 of them. So that's a lot better. Okay, guys. Okay?
How where do you think your Commanders are going to be win-wise at the end of the season?
7 or 8 games. 7 10, 8-9, something like that. 9-8 if everything goes well and Jayden turns into CJ Stroud 2.0, you might win 9, but got offensive line questions, especially a tackle. The secondary, that's the reason why I don't think we're going to win more than 8 games. I can't see you having. I'm sorry, I hate calling him this until he proves himself. I have to call him this. AJ Brown III, aka Emmanuel Forbes Jr., and Benjamin St. Juice, aka can't stop touching receivers. I can't see them locking up nobody. I think Marvin Harris is going off against us. I think DJ Moore and Roma Dunze and Keenan Allen have a freaking field day. The Eagles are going to have a field day with Devonta Smith and freaking AJ Brown. It's like calling AJ Brown the third. Oh, God. Malik Neighbors going to have a freaking field day. Like, bro, we can't check nobody. Like,
yeah,
I can't see us winning more than 8 games if your secondary can't catch a cold. It can't check a soul. Maybe the coaching might better the secondary, but right now, the talent-wise, I just don't see it. I just don't. You got to bring a veteran in here that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, if I can say one way.
I just think it's, and I'm not trying to be a hater. You know, I'm not that way, but like I have a hard time seeing like a good year, first year with a new coach, rookie quarterback, got a couple tough teams in your division, you know, and you're on the rebuild. I mean, I think, you know, I mean, I know the Texans had a really great rookie year out of their quarterback, and they were much better than people expected. So certainly it's possible. But
everything has a click on all cylinders for it to happen.
Yeah. So I mean, I think
and the pass rush will be better. How much better, we don't know. You had Montez Sweat and Chase Young for 9 games, and it still wasn't good enough. I don't know how much better it's going to get. Is Dorrance Armstrong better than Montez Sweat right now? No.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to go emphasis. Hell no. Is Cleveland Farrell better than Chase Young? I don't freaking know. I mean, probably so, because he started over him always in the Super Bowl, so I guess so. But
yeah. I mean, I think
the interior is better with Johnny Newton along with Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. I think the interior pass rush is better. But is the external pass rush better? No. No.
Yeah.
No. 93 and 94 should be better this year. I really hope so. But I got 8 and 9. I don't see more than 8 wins. 9 is pushing it. 8 wins is, I think, a solid season for the first year of Dan Quinn. And yeah, man, I mean, 8 and 9, you're fighting for a playoff spot probably to the last week of the season.
Yeah,
that's a lot better than going 4-13 and having another 2 draft pick. I'll take that. I'll take it.
I mean, to me, the big variable is how does your quarterback play, right? Does Daniels play? If he exceeds expectations for a rookie, then I think you could be in that position. I think realistic. I think the Giants are going to be last in the division. I just don't like, but I think you guys are going to be third, and I think you're probably looking more like 7 wins ish. 6 to 8 wins.
7, 8 wins.
I think you'll be better, but than you were last year.
I think we start rough though. That first 6 weeks is rough. You got 3 AFC North teams. You play 4 out of 6 on the road. You got a much improved Cardinals team. You got to go to Tampa. That's hard.
Yeah. Panthers are a team that y'all should beat, right?
Yeah, I think once you get off that first 6 weeks, I think they catch fire. I think we can beat Chicago. As much as I don't trust our secondary, maybe our pass rush does get to Caleb Williams and beat him up, and they don't get a chance to throw the ball. That's possible.
Yeah.
I think the Bears are beatable. I think the Bears are a great team. I think they can come to Commanders Field. Can't call it FedEx no more because they lost the FedEx name. But that's the point. Go to Commanders Field and get destroyed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how is he going to look at week 7. You could beat what's his face? The bum Giants. They're bums. I don't care. I think Dallas is beatable. You can catch fire after those first 6 weeks are rough.
Yeah.
Those first 6 weeks are rough. Speaking of the schedule, you brought the schedule. Perfect. What do you think your toughest anomaly or stretch of games are?
So yeah, that's a good question. So and I'm looking at the schedule right now. I mean, it doesn't start easy. I mean, I know the Bills, people are down on them, but they're still Josh Allen. I think, I don't think they're going to, you got the Bills, like Bills, Rams, Lions, like back to back to back, right? That's a tough stretch. Then we have the Commanders, and then we have the 49ers, Packers, Chargers. Like that first half of the season is really the tough stretch. I mean, the first half of the season, again, like Bills aren't going to be easy. Rams, no. Lions, tough. You guys are probably the team that we would hope we'd be able to beat, right? With where you're at compared to where we're at. 49ers are tough. Packers aren't bad, right? Love has become a solid quarterback. Chargers, probably going to be tough.
Still got Justin Herbert.
Then the Dolphins, I mean, I know they've been up and down, but they're, it's like that's that first half of the season. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think the first half is going to be rougher. I think we'll come out of that stretch with like 3 or 4 wins, right? That those games I just mentioned, right? Out of the first like 8 wins or whatever games. But after the Dolphins, it gets a lot easier. Bears, right? Rookie quarterback, new, situation. The Jets, we'll see what's going on with, with Aaron Rodgers, if they're who people think they are. Seahawks, division rival, but I think we should be able to beat them.
I ain't gonna lie. By the time y'all see the Seahawks, y'all gonna see Sam Howell.
Yeah.
By the time y'all see the Seahawks in week 9, you're gonna see Sam Howell, not Geno Smith.
Yeah. Vikings should be beatable with the rookie quarterback, right? Then we got the Seahawks again. Then we got the Patriots.
Just a little bit with a rookie quarterback.
Like,
let's call the genius, man. Yeah. The Vikings are an enigma to me. I don't know what they're going to look like.
But listen to this stretch in the back half of the season, Tone, because the back half is much easier for the Cardinals. Okay, listen. After we get past the Dolphins, which are in the middle, right? But Bears, okay, Jets maybe, right? Seahawks, okay, Vikings rookie quarterback, Seahawks again, Patriots rookie quarterback, new coach, right? Sure. Panthers, right? Winnable. And so then the last 2 are tough, Rams and 49ers. But there's a stretch there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6,
out of 5.
So, dude, there's a stretch of games, right? 7 games right there that I could easily see them winning all of them, or maybe coming out of that with 5 wins, out of those 7 for the Cardinals.
Yeah. I've been to one game I would probably pencil an L for the Jets if Rodgers plays.
Yeah, that's the one. If Rodgers is healthy,
those are winnable. I think Seahawks are winnable. Mm-hmm. So I think Geno Smith will be benched before Sam Howell. I'm not a Geno Smith guy. Easy, don't get mad at me in the comment section, bro. I'm sorry. I don't believe in Geno, bro. I think my man SH6, man, my boy Sammy, Slinging Sammy. Don't go out there and do his thug thizzle, man. Shout out to Sam Howell, man. Yeah. Miss my boy, man. Shout out to my boy. But nonetheless, you got the Vikings. They're an enigma. I don't know.
Rookie quarterback though, man.
I don't know what they're gonna look like. What team are the Minnesota Vikings? What are they?
Yeah.
Are they gonna be the same team they were with Kirk throwing around the yard to JJ or in Jordan Addison?
Yeah.
I don't know who the other receiver is. KJ Osborne no longer there, but that's not my point. Are they gonna look like that team that was slinging around with TJ Hawkinson and JJ and Jordan Addison, or are they going to kind of be a little more conservative, run the ball a little more with Todd Chandler, be kind of more close to the vest?
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell is a wild card to me, man.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if the Minnesota Vikings is in a wild card playoff game with a rookie quarterback. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. They replaced Danielle Hunter with Jonathan Gennard, which I think is a downgrade, but they didn't lose a huge drop off in pass rushing ability. They drafted well with Dallas Turner and those guys. Hey, man, Minnesota, keep your eye out. I'm just saying, keep your eye out for the Vikings, man. I don't know what that team looks like, but that's a team that is a complete enigma. I don't know what the hell they're gonna look like. I don't know. They're a weird team. They're weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think their future is good, but if they protect their quarterback and play more of a run heavy game, then because that's what he was used to in college too, maybe. Yeah. But I think. Yeah, they're going to be. I don't expect the Vikings to have a great record this year with the rookie quarterback, but maybe next year they'll be back, in my opinion. But yeah, it's the second half is the easy stretch for us. The first half is rough, but
same with us. Those first 6 games are rough, and then you got the Panthers, Bears, Giants. Got the Eagles in between 2 games with the Eagles, but outside those 2 games with the Eagles, and I say the Cowboys in week 12, from week 7 to 12, I think you can kind of get on a roll. Jaden Daniels can find his rhythm, and they can start really winning some ball games. And that's why I got 8 games. I think we can win 5 out of those 7. After probably starting 2 and 4. I do have us beating the Cardinals. No offense. No offense.
Hey,
And I do have us beating the Giants week 2. But I do think the Cardinals game will be a tough one. I think that's going to be like a last-second field goal, nip and tuck type of dog fight. I want to see how Kyler looks now with the offseason and things of that nature in that offense.
I'm just telling
and
you,
not recovering from an injury. That's
he
a wild
looked.
card.
I'm going to tell you though, he looked really good last couple games, right? Like if you look at like Kyler for his last 2 or 3 games, look at his grades and his production. I mean, he was.
Kyler Murray played really well toward the end of last year. I was very impressed with
Yeah.
him. Okay. So, okay, Tone, with better quarterback play, how many games would they give us last year, you think? Well, all right. So first off, let me rebuttal with that. The first 9 games, Sam Howell threw 17 touchdowns and 8 picks. And guess what? We were still 4-5. We were still below 500. And we just escaped with a victory versus the Patriots. And then he threw 3 touchdowns in the Seattle Seahawks game. What happened? He lost. We were 4-6 with good quarterback play. He actually played well for the first 10 weeks of the season. It was still 4-6. Just saying, not saying. So it wasn't like Howell was playing like garbage all 17 weeks, and that's why we finished 4-13. Yes, he played bad toward the end of the season, but maybe we're more consistent. That's probably what you want to look for is consistent quarterback play. But we don't know. Jaden Daniels can go out there and lay an egg. We don't know. We're making an assumption that we're getting better quarterback play. We don't know. We don't know. Until they put them pads on, there's a pass rush in front of him, and there's a 300-pound dude breathing down his neck and trying to send his neck to freaking hospital. Okay? We don't know. Don't know. So let's pump the brakes. Let's chill. That's what I'm saying. Kick back and relax and eat snacks. And watch JD5 do his thing. I think he's going to play well this year. I think he'll probably throw 3,500 yards in 17 games, throw 20 touchdown passes, less than 10 interceptions. I think he's going to play well. I really think so. And another 5 to 6 rushing touchdowns on top of that. Kind of like a Robert Griffin III rookie year. I think this is 2012 all over again. Reminiscent of 2012 all over again. I'm not saying he went off his rookie of the year. Chill out, people. Do not come in the comment section. Say R-O-O-Y, okay? Chill. ROY for the we don't know. I don't know. But I think he will be a prime candidate at the end of the season for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's going to play well. And I think it'll take some adjustment. Don't get it wrong. The first couple weeks might be a little rough for him. But as he gets acclimated to the speed of the game, get used to Terry, get used to Jahan, Luke McCaffrey, and Ben Sinnott, and Zach Ertz, and these guys, I think he's going to play better. And he's going to get better and better. And Kyle Robert did. He had a really good first week versus Saints. Looked okay versus the Rams. Threw the first pick of his career. Kind of struggled a little bit. Threw a couple touchdown passes, had some flashes. Struggled for about 3 weeks straight. We lost 3 in a row. It was 3-6. Then he came out of nowhere, started busting everyone's tail and busting the league wide open. It's like, God dang, who is this guy? Like, no, that ain't my fault. But destroying the whole league. Like, he literally destroyed all these dudes. He sent the Eagles secondary home in the third quarter. Like, that's what I think Jaden Daniels can do. But I can't just say and assume he's going to do that. I have to see it on the first. I have to see it on the field first. I gotta see it. So we'll take the ways he approach. I believe in Jaden. I like the whole JD5 thing. It's cute. But let my man go out there and prove it first. Let him get his feet wet. Let's see what we can do first. We make assumptions. Oh, we want some playoffs. 9-8. We're getting playoffs. Jaden Daniels this. He's going to go light the league up. I think he will. But I'm not going to just assume he will. Pump the brakes.
How y'all feel about your new offensive coordinator?
I like Cliff.
Okay.
Do I love Cliff? No. I like Cliff a lot. What he did with Kyler was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with that. You guys had 2 top 10 offenses while he was you guys head coach?
Something like that. Yeah, they had
2 or 3 finishing the top 10 offense and scoring. What I like about Cliff that people don't realize, he runs the ball a lot more than people think he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I peeped that a lot in the tape I've watched. and he gets his number one receiver the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we need. We need to get Terry McLaurin the football. DeAndre Hopkins out there going nuts, out there just lighting people up and give people to work. So I hope Terry can do the same thing. I believe
I'm gonna give you something to watch for though with Terry, because one of the things that Cliff did that frustrated Cardinals fans is that DeAndre Hopkins ran like from one spot on the left, and it was like all these kind of hook route, all these like quick, kind of comebacks or whatever. But like you look at his route tree or his all the routes that they had him run, it was very repetitive, and they didn't move him around a lot, and they didn't get him. It was just very. It was it's on the mesh play that how you have the two that go under, and then you have the guy on the left who kind of goes out and comes back, right? That play, and they threw it to him a lot, but it was a lot of 8 yards, just to that same spot. And he got a lot of receptions, and he made stuff happen because he's Hopkins, and Terry's a good receiver, but I feel like Terry's best strength is his speed too, and that doesn't take advantage of that as much on that kind of play. So just watch for that. I'm just saying. I'm warning. I'm just giving you a heads up. Watch for that, and don't be surprised.
I did see that a lot in the film I watched, all 22s. But that's also a couple years ago. I hope Cliff learned to kind of be a little bit more innovative, and I'm assuming he has. I hope he has, but that's something I think that he's going to have to definitely kind of have to innovate a little bit on. Can't just run the same mesh plays and shallow cross stuff like that. But what I do like about that, it does get the ball in Terry's hands.
Yeah.
And he's good. He's good after the catch. That's a very underrated part about Terry McLaurin's game that people don't really peep. They think he's just a kind of a deep threat, and that's about it. But Terry makes the tough catches, man. I'm at the 35, gets the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They up 3, about 2 minutes to go. This is what Mr. Beerman in the game, Mr. Heineke, throws I don't know. He threw a suicide ball at this man. This was utter suicide. I don't think Terry Funk gonna make this catch. I don't think no one thought he was gonna make this catch. But this Antoine Winfield Jr. breathing down his neck, pops him, catches it immediately when he gets popped, holds on to it. I'm like, and Antoine Winfield Jr., we know how hard he can hit. He knocked his head off. And he still came with the catch, which is insane. So Terry can make the tough ones, man. I've seen other occasions where he made these crazy tough catches in tight coverage and getting hit. Falcons game a couple years ago, come to mind, that same year in 2021, made a tough touchdown catch of over AJ Terrell. So he makes the tough ones too. It's not just a deep threat. So I kind of want to bring that up for Cardinals fan that might be in here that don't know too much about one scary Terry McLaurin. So I'm gonna bring that up. I see a big year for Jahan and B-Rob. I see a huge year for Brian Robinson Jr. Jahan, I love Jahan Dotson. Y'all know y'all watch this channel. I love Jahan. I'm a Penn State fan, so I'm watching Jahan since his freshman year at Penn State. I know I'm probably the biggest Jahan fan of Jahan Dotson fan club. I'm sorry. If it ain't his girlfriend or wife or his mama, I'm right there. Jahan, let's go, Jahan, let's go. But hey, I hope he has a big year. I hope so. You got to work on the concentration drops. That has to be fixed. That has to be fixed because he did that way too much last year, dropping the easy ones. So, but better year means better than 4-13. I have a better season. 8-9. It's still a better season than we had last year. That's double the win total. With a tougher schedule. The Falcons are tough. The division is still tough. I can't stand the Cowgirls, but they're tough. I can't stand the Philadelphia Pigeons that can't fly, but they tough too. Even the Giants kicked our tail. They kicked our ass twice in a row in 2 straight years. Swept us with bad quarterback play. They had Teron Taylor and Tommy DeVito, and we still lost. So let's pump the brakes. That's all I'm saying. Pump the brakes, y'all. 8-9 is a solid season. I will take that and run with it. Okay. If they go 10-7, cool. That is great. And I'll be ecstatic. But I'm not putting my money on it. I can't. They gotta show me, man. Beat Tampa. Make me a believer. Matter of fact, no, that's not good enough for me. Beat Cincinnati week 3. Make me a believer. And then I'll shut up. I believe. I go all in. I'll say 10 wins. I'll start talking crap. I'll start talking all the gibberish and all the foolishness that people are doing right now in May. Beat the Cincinnati Bengals, and we can talk. With Joe Burrow. It can't be with Jake Brown. Must be with Joe Burrow on primetime football, then we can talk. Hawk, yo. Hawk! What do Hawk? So, what will be a statement game for you on your schedule to make you feel better about your Cardinals throughout the season? What's a statement win that you can have that you're like, okay, all right, this team for real, we actually can do something. All right, cool.
If we pull off a win against the 49ers, either game, you win that, you said something, boy. Right?
Yeah, that's fact. Y'all be sad, friend. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that would be so like 1, 2, 3, 4, like week 8 or whatever. I think we played them. I think somewhere around there. That would be a statement game. But if you want to talk coming out early, right?
Or coming out early, like an early game.
Week 2 against the Rams, right? That would be, that because the Rams have been tough.
Game too.
So I mean, listen, there's a bunch of them. Like, or actually, 49ers are week 5. Yeah, like 49ers week 5 would be a statement
game. I think if you can beat LA or San Fran early, that kind of like, okay, ooh,
Cardinals are okay.
For real.
They're ahead of schedule, aren't they? Right? That's what people
are ahead of schedule. Yeah, being the Rams.
Yeah. The Lions in week 3 too, man. How about the Lions in week 3? Goff has had our number, man.
That's a good one.
It's like there's so many of them, right? Any one of those.
We both got week 3 statement games. We got the Bengals and Joe Burrow. You guys got the Lions. That's a tough one. I got them in Detroit.
It is no, it's in Arizona.
It's a home game. Okay, yeah. That's one. Y'all play very well at home. That's one I think y'all could get. That'll be one I keep my eye on the money line on that one.
We didn't play well at home under Cliff Kingsbury, but with JG, I think we played tough. So
yeah. Okay, if we win against the Ravens, what you say? I think they for real. They beat the Ravens. If they could beat the Ravens, we can talk. But before that, beat the Bengals, and then we can talk. Because if you beat the Bengals, that means you probably beat the Bucs. It means you start 2-1. Shoot, if you beat the Bengals, that means you might have started 3-0. Actually, because I believe we're beating the Giants. I stand on that. We owe them one. I am sick and tired of losing to the New York Little Men. I'm sick of it. I can't even talk trash about them because we keep losing to them. The last time we didn't even. But the one time we didn't beat them, we didn't lose them. We tied. Like we didn't even beat them. Like, oh gosh, we gotta beat the Giants, man. I'm getting tired. Let's start with that. Like that's my thing. Like. We went 4-13 and we can't beat Tommy DeVito. I can't talk about playoffs and winning records. I can't do that until they do the little things. Mm-hmm. Beat the Giants, go upset Baker Mayfield in week 1. And then you got a tough test versus the Bengals. And I think they struggle early in the season. So that's a game that you should be able to win. They usually start 0-2 and they usually start struggling beginning of seasons. That is the Cincinnati Bengals MO, whether they like it or not. Bengal fans won't argue with me on that one because I think they know it's true.
Yeah.
So that's a game you got to have in week 3. Beat them and start 3-0, and we can talk. I can talk trash when they actually start winning ball games. I can't talk crazy, and then we start 1-2. I can't. We start 2-0 last year. I'm talking all type of junk. I'm like, ooh, look at Washington. Ooh, look at Sam Howell. Ooh, all that. And then the Buffalo Bills proceeded to humble the hell out of me. Then I had to shut my mouth at FedEx Field, getting drubbed 37 to donut. So I gotta chill. It feels different. I like the different vibe, and I think you guys are different with Gannon as your head coach and Cliff Kingsbury. And you guys play hard, and I like what you guys have done. You guys play extremely hard week in and week out. Shoot, we should have won that game by double digits in week 1 last year when y'all came to Washington to play us. Y'all had us dead to rights. And we sacked Joshua Dobbs 1,000,000 times. He threw interceptions, and you guys were still in the ball game. So that's just testament to your head coach. That's a testament to your head coach. Y'all had the Giants beat. I wish I beat them bump, but whatever.
A lot of people. I've heard a lot of people say that Cardinals team, people on the outside, not Cardinals fans, national media and stuff, saying it was, one of the best 4-win teams they've seen in terms of just how hard they play. Right? They had a couple games that just kind of at the end didn't go our way, including the Commanders game, and a few things like that. And they played hard and they beat some good teams down the stretch. So there's a lot to be excited about in terms of the direction.
How old am I? I am 31. If you're wondering, yes, I am 31 years of age. Turned 31 about a month ago. I say the first 6. That's the telling. If they're 3-3 after 6 weeks, we can start talking. Honestly, if they start 3-0, I am talking. I'm talking up. Excuse my French, Lord, please forgive me. I am talking a bunch of shit. I'm talking. I'm calling Cowboy fans. You lost to who? Y'all suck. Bye. Eagle fans. Look at Jalen Hurts. He a bum. Man, him. I am talking all type. I am talking crazy. I am talking nuts. I promise you. But right now, I want to be the most humble fan in the world until I have a right to talk. I don't have no right to talk in men. Okay? I don't have a right to talk right now. But let them start 3-0. Let them go beat Tampa in week 1. That's a statement game too. They just went to the playoffs. They played a divisional playoff game and gave Detroit all they can handle. And should have won that damn game. They should have won that game, but they didn't. Whatever. But nonetheless, they gave them all they can handle. They threw everything. They threw the kitchen sink at Detroit. So that's a good football team. I know they lost Devin White and they look a little different now. They're paying Baker a bunch of more money than they thought we'd be paying Baker. But they're not a team to be scoffed at or a team to be disrespected. We could go to Tampa and get drugged. We go to Tampa and get blown out 31-10. It can get ugly. They got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Ott and Rashad White. They got an offense. They got a good defense. They did lose Carlton Davis. He lost, I think, in my opinion. But we will see. They got some Tristan Wirfs contract negotiations they got going on. They need to kind of etch out and pay. But hey, they still a good football team. I won't scoff at the Bucks. They got the Giants, who we don't beat. Beat them. And we got to play the Bengals. So those first 3 weeks are going to tell me a lot about this Commanders team. Are y'all for real, or is this really a year 1 of a rebuild? I want that. That's going to tell me a lot. You start 2-1. Okay, we're talking about something. They start 3-0. I'm talking trash. They start 1-2. I know this is what it is. It's a year 1 of a rebuild. Cool. I have no problem with that. I can respect it. So, I think the first 6 weeks for both of our teams will tell us a lot about how we're looking, and I'm gonna keep my eye on y'all, man. I'm gonna keep my eye on the Cardinals. I'm gonna keep a very keen eye, not just because of week 4 we play you guys, but just in general. I like what you guys did in the draft. I like what you supplemented free agency. I like Kyler Murray. I think he's still a hell of a quarterback. I'm glad you didn't trade him away and try to go kick Caleb Williams. And I love Marvin Harrison Jr. I wish he had a tag team partner to play with, but that's something you guys can.
I mean, listen, Trey McBride is a tight end, but he is really good.
I like Trey McBride, though.
Right?
I like him a lot.
Greg Dortch, I know Greg Dortch got to have a little love for him, and then Michael Wilson in year 2. I mean, they don't have an elite outside wide receiver across from at this point, but like, I like that collection of guys.
Hollywood, man. I wish I kept Marquise Brown. I think that would help out a lot. I wish I kept Marquise just for one more year. It kind of him and Marvin together. I think that would have been good. But it's only 1 year thing with just Marvin by himself. Hey man, it's a certain a certain wide receiver in your division that might not be on this team much longer.
Yeah. Well, the Cardinals are going to be running the ball a lot, so that's another thing to keep in mind. They're going to run the ball a lot.
I ain't gonna lie though. I would love in 2025 for one of our teams to get Ayuk in their hands. I think it'd be fun, especially if he goes to the Cardinals. He could play his former team twice a year.
Yeah.
Get to play with Tyler.
I don't
got
think
Marvin Harrison Jr. as a tag team partner already.
I don't think that's going to happen with how they're trying to build this team, but it would be fun to watch.
I mean, I think supplement your team with 1 or 2 high-priced free agents is not a problem.
Yeah, but I
don't think you can get an OD on it, but
I think it's more in terms of what
caliber is great.
With what they're trying to do offensively, I don't think they're going to go invest heavily in another receiver because it's going to be much more like it's going to be more of a like their offensive coordinator came from Cleveland, right? And that was much more of a run heavy. I think Marvin, McBride, and then a bunch of guys that are solid is what they're going to do receiving wise, and they're going to run the ball a lot. So don't get me wrong, I'd love to have someone like Ayuk on the team, but I just don't think they're going to invest in that position. They're going to put that money in other places because of what they're trying to do schematically. But
yeah, I definitely agree with that. I know what you're saying, but we haven't had good people up front in years and coaching. So, I get what everybody's saying. I get the excitement. I'm excited too, y'all. I'm not saying I'm not excited, y'all. I'm not saying that. But greatness takes time. Rome was not built overnight. Okay. I know the Texans did what they did last year. I know we did what we did in 2012. We did it for the Texans did it. Last to first, winning a division, going to the playoffs. We did it before the Texans did it. I get it. It feels like 2012. I get it, y'all. I understand. I get it. But let's pump the brakes just a little bit. Temper your expectations so you won't get burned. That's all I'm asking. I'm tempering my expectations so when the 8 and 9 happens, I won't be surprised. I won't cry. I won't be mad. It'll be what it is. I had before the season. I'm good. If I had 11-5, I'm 11-6, or 12-5 or some crazy number like that, and we go 8 and 9, I'm ready to throw hands with the world. But if I say we go 8 and 9 and we go 8 and 9, I'm good. Just let me temper my expectation a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What do you think your calling record is going to be at the end of the season?
Man, I usually try to be cautious about that, but I'm just feeling a little more optimistic. I think people are sleeping on what this Cardinals offense is going to look like. I think it's going to be a really good offense. Right off the bat. Kyler healthy. They're going to run the ball. They're going to have Benson and James Conner and McBride in year 2. I think Marvin Harrison is going to be good right off the bat. Dortch is going to play more. I just think this offense is going to surprise people and be a top 10 offense. And I think the defense is still going to have some work to be done, but they've brought in some talent and some young players. And I think they were like, bottom 2 or 3 defense last year. I think they're going to get a little closer to the middle of the pack this year. Maybe they're in the bottom third still, but they're at the top of it. Maybe, if they can make it to the middle third of defenses, and they're going to surprise people. So I think the floor for them, like if things don't go well, is 6 wins. But I'm feeling like 9 wins, maybe 10. I'm just thinking they're going to surprise people, and people are going to be talking about, wow, the Cardinals have turned this around. So yeah, I'm thinking like 9 or 10 wins, and I know some people think I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, and that's okay. I've just, the more I look at it, and when I look at that schedule, that second half, man, there's a lot of winnable games there. And if they can pull out, 3 wins in the first half of the season, then get to that stretch down the end and hit their stride, I could definitely see that happening. So, and it's interesting. One of the things I've been seeing and a lot is there's a lot of folks, not even Cardinals content creators, they're just general NFL content creators, putting out videos that are like optimistic about the Cardinals. Like, it just feels like there's a lot of folks out there who are starting to kind of, they're trying to put out their content that says that is praising the Cardinals, so that when the Cardinals do end up being better than people think, that they can say, "Hey, see, I told you." And it just feels like there's a little bit of a vibe out there where people are like, I think this team's going to be better than people
you guys
think.
are a little slept on. The only reason I wouldn't have double-digit wins is your division. The division's tough.
It's a tough division.
But y'all winning 8-9 games wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
Y'all fighting for a playoff spot in week 17, week 18 wouldn't shock me. Y'all play hard. You guys got a nice coaching staff. Mm-hmm. Marvin Harrison's a hell of a talent. I like Kyler. I think you guys will be running the ball more and be a little bit more balanced offensively and not put the offense on Kyler's back all the time. And I think your defense is going to play a lot better. These younger corners you guys had last year, a year older, you're a bit more experienced. I think the pass rush should be better, especially in the interior. Like you said, you bought these interior guys to really fix that interior, that defensive line. I think your linebacker play should be better. And I really think you guys have a roster that can compete week in and week out. And that's the first step to a rebuild, is having a roster that can compete week in, week out, and give your opponent the toughest game you can give. So I think that's a huge start. And I really think you guys have got that stretch of games where you guys can catch some fire by beating some teams that they're not expecting you guys to beat, but you guys think you guys can beat. Next thing you know, you might have started 2-4, but now after those 7 weeks, you're 7-6, and we're like, oh crap, here come the Cardinals. What the hell's going on here? And as we know, week 17, well, week 18, you're 8-8, fighting for a playoff spot. You in the hunt. In week 18, you need to win and some help, but you might get the win, but not get the help and miss the playoffs, but you're right there. And then now in 2025, I said, okay, we went 9-8. All right. Let's go ahead and turn it up a little bit, turn up a notch. Y'all might start doing what the Texans did. Go get a Danielle Hunter. Go trade for a Diggs. Go this, and go all in on Kyler now and try to win. In 2025, y'all can win the NFC West. We don't know. San Fran could fall the hell off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seattle could be starting Sam Howell, and I could change their entire dynamic. The Matthew Stafford can hang them up.
Yeah.
And who the hell they starting quarterback? So I think this year is kind of a, hey, let's see what we got. Let's fight week in, week out. Let's try to finish above 500 so we feel good about ourselves going into 25. And we got some cap space. We got some players we like. We got a franchise quarterback. Let's try to go win something. This division might fall the hell off in 2025. And it very well can. Geno Smith could be gone, and they're starting Sam Howell, and the Seahawks are a different football team. The Niners got to play Brock Purdy a crap ton of money, and then they got let Ayuk walk, and they might even have to trade Debo, and they might be a different team. Ricky Pearsall could be the number one wide receiver. And how they going to look then? We don't know. And Stafford's going to hang him up eventually. He's going in year 15. So I think you guys' future's bright.
Yeah.
I think this year is going to be a telling year. If you guys can finish above 500, that would be huge. I really think that would jumpstart you and jumpstart your recalibration, as Dan Quinn and Adam Pearce wants to say, rebuild as the normal term, but you get my point here.
Yeah.
Recalibration, reset, whatever. And I think in 2025, the Cardinals can explode and beat one of those top 4 NFC teams. I really believe that. You guys got some cap space after next year. You guys can go get some players. You guys got plenty of draft capital next year too. So you guys can do some things in the draft. And then next thing you know, here come the Arizona Cardinals. Choo-chooing through the division. Beat up San Fran. Beat up them. Because once the Niners have to play Brock Purdy, their team's going to look a lot different. And I think a little less talented. I think once Matthew Stafford hangs him up, or he starts getting injured too much, the Rams aren't the same football team. Once Sam Howell gets in there over Geno Smith, I think it's a little learning curve for Sam. And I love Sam. I'm a big Sam guy. He's a former commander. I'll always cheer for Sam, always wish Sam well. But it could be tough for Sam Howell. it could get tough for him. So, hey man, guys, hang on one more year, and here comes the great reset in the NFC West division, and here come the Cardinals, and I'm excited for you guys. Just don't blow up my Commanders in week 4, please. That's all I'm asking at this point. Just don't blow up my team.
We'll see.
If we lose, let's lose admirably. If we had to lose, and I got to take a 2,000-mile trip to see us lose, at least let it be an admirable loss.
Right.
Right. I think Jaden Daniels better than Robert Griffin. We gotta see. I can't just say that. Even though Robert said it out of his mouth, Jaden Daniels has to prove it, man. You gotta understand, like the I'm not the fan that's gonna be talking trash. I'm the fan who say, hey, wait and see. He proved it to me. Cool. I'll start talking. Right now, I'm not talking no crap. I'm gonna watch this team closely and see how they do things. But I'm definitely excited for both our teams. I think you guys have a very bright future, and I think you guys are gonna do some things this year that people don't see coming. I think you're gonna be a couple of teams that they're not supposed to beat, i.e., maybe the Rams in week 3. I wouldn't bet the 49ers in week 5. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But the Rams in week 3 or week 2?
I think it's week 2. I think it's the Lions in week 3.
Okay. I might beat Detroit in week 3. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, if y'all can make one of those teams kind of get a scare or even upset one of them, now I'm like, oh, Cardinals. Cardinals? Marvin Harrison? Kyler Murray? Oh, what's going on here? Here come Arizona. And they're like, they just beat the Lions. Hold on now.
Yeah.
So I think y'all getting one of them statement wins early will kind of put people on notice of you guys, and would really give you guys the buzz you guys are really looking for as a football team. So I think you guys are a very underrated roster, a very underrated coaching staff, and very underrated organization right now in general. Because people think the Cardinals gonna have a top 5 pick and be trash, and I don't think it's gonna be like that. And you guys are gonna fight week in and week out and win a couple games you're supposed to win, finish 9-8, maybe 8-9. And then next year, you guys gonna try to go all in and try to win because we went 8-9 without the stars. We missing. Let's go get the stars now, so we can start winning 10, 11, 12 games and start dominating this division like we should. So we'll see what happens. I'll take this last question though. For real, what do you think about our new linebackers? Bobby Wagner's a dog. Period. There's nothing else to say about Bobby Wagner. He's a dog. Period. Respectfully. Frankie Louvu, a dog. Respectfully. Anthony Pittman's a special teams fiend. He's going to be great on specials. And he has to come and play defense. He'll do okay. I don't expect him to play a bunch of defensive snaps, but I think he'll look okay. And then Jordan McGee is a project, but he'll be great on specials early. I think he's a guy that you have to kind of nurture, and I think that's a guy that Bobby Wagner had as his hip pocket. My man got arms of bazookas. My man got bazooka arms, freaking athletic, freakish profile that can really turn it up with proper nurturing and proper coaching. So Jordan McGee is a guy you want to keep your eye on, probably in 2025. Don't expect nothing in his rookie season. Let him learn. Let him understand behind Bobby Wagner and behind Frankie Louvu. And then next year, when it's time for him to get some snaps on defense, then you should start looking for him to start playing well and start doing some things. But I'm excited for your team this year, man.
Thanks, man. I think you guys are an exciting spot. I think you guys are, I think we're 1 year ahead of you in the process, but you got a rookie quarterback to be excited about, man. And, that's it's been a while since you all have had a quarterback, I think, to be legitimately excited about. I mean, RG3 was probably the last one I feel like there's real excitement about, right? I mean, I guess Cousins was pretty good for a while there. So,
yeah, from 15 to 17, Kirk was pretty good.
Yeah.
But Kirk didn't bring the excitement that Robert brought because the whole running and all the athletic stuff. Kirk was a pocket passer, dice show up in the pocket, not really a runner. So he didn't bring that athletic excitement that Robert did, but he brought a consistent quarterback play, which I'm not going to complain about. And I don't know why people wanted to drag Kirk out of town. It still hurts that he's in other uniforms, but
yeah,
I remember he started here. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. Still love Kirk. Still my guy. All right. Who you think starting at tackle? Brandon Coleman, our third round pick from TCU, is going to start one of these tackle spots. I don't know, it's right or left. I'm going to say left for now, but we signed left tackle in free agency before the start of training camp. I will change my mind on that to the right side. And I think Cornelius Lucas will start on the other side, whatever side that Brandon Coleman doesn't start at. So I think we Cornelius Lucas and Brandon Coleman at tackle. I'm going to say Coleman on left and Lucas at the right tackle position for now, but that can change through signings or someone stepping up in training camp and when the pads come on being dominant. So we will see. We will definitely see. Anything else you want to add, bro, before we wrap up the stream tonight?
No, man, it's good to be with you again, Tone, and I'm excited for some football to get here. We got to get through this next couple of months, which are kind of the dead season for NFL. But I think we both have teams that are going in the right direction, and definitely looking forward to this next season.
Likewise, definitely likewise. I'm glad to have you on as always. You're always a good collaboration. Very, very deeply detail oriented. You bring the PFF grades and all analytics. You remind me of my guy Rico from Street Scores. He's probably one of my biggest Commanders YouTubers on our in our platform besides Louis T. He's very analytical, things of that nature. So maybe I can give you his Twitter handle. Maybe you guys maybe can collab or something because you guys are very similar when it comes to that.
Nice.
Analytics. And they say this next gen stats, and I'm like, God dang, where you getting all this stuff? God dang, shoot, get all this stuff. But I probably need to start looking at stuff up myself too. Probably help me analyze these players a little bit better. I like the film talks, man. The film talks to me, and
yeah,
I like to see the all 22s, and I see on the all 22s. I see on all 22s. The next gen stats does help though. I can admit that the analytics does help. See stuff that you wouldn't see on film. Maybe that person was on the other side of the play. You can peep it, and maybe he had a good snap and you didn't see it. But the film is my number one thing still.
Yeah,
the film is so cool.
They both are part of the equation, right? Film and analytics, and they kind of work together. So
don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah,
don't disagree with that at all. But yeah, thanks for wrap up tonight's stream, man. Nice chat up with you too, man. Appreciate you, bro. Have a great one. Nice chat with you.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for coming on tonight. Very appreciate it. And if you ever want me on your channel, I'm always just an X message, a Twitter message, whatever you want to call it.
Maybe we'll do something when we play, right?
Yeah, for sure. I look forward to that. Week 4, maybe can do a game preview or something, or even a post game show. Fly from Phoenix, Arizona.
Nice.
I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Definitely gonna be vlogging out there. Got my handy dandy tripod right here, ready to go.
Nice.
And I'm excited. I'm excited to go on the road this year. I'm excited. 3 road games, 9 home games. Oh, so I can't. This is gonna be a fun season. Excited. So excited. So juiced up. Oh my gosh, football! Come on! I'm so juiced up. I don't care about the summer no more. I just want to get the football. I'm excited.
Well,
you keep 3 different cities in one season. I get to go see my boys play 9 times. I'm excited. So,
nice.
Ready to have a good old time and watch them when they win and not get too sad when they lose. That's gonna do it for us, man. Please subscribe to Joseph's channel at the Cardinal Rule, the Cardinals analysis. I will try to put it somewhere in the description after this video publishes. So I think I'll put in the chat. 77 y'all in here. I'll go put it in between both our X accounts, and I'll put it in before we get out of here. Let's do that. Because respectfully, I want to be respectful. Let's do it now. Let me think either for everybody. You guys can go find them. Road to 4K, by the way. So please go subscribe. Please go subscribe.
Hopefully get there by the end of the season, right? We're just hoping.
Yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great. Get him to 4K. Turn my man up over there, please. I very appreciate it. Get him over there. That'll be great. Go over there and subscribe, darn it. Don't waste your time. Just don't waste time. Just smash it. Smash the sub button. Smash the like buttons on all the videos. Smash the notification bell. If you want to be a member, go hit the join button too. Oh yeah. Go give my man some coins. I'm gonna do the same thing. I did it, you do it too. Everyone do it. Smash the join button.
Thanks, man.
Smash the subscribe button. Smash the notification bell. Turn notifications on, please. And also just watch the content.
Watch. That's the main thing. If you watch
content, watch the content. And if you're new to me, subscribe. Roll to 3K. Help me out. Turn me up over here. Need about 120 subscribers. Come on here. Turn notifications on. I got a nice giveaway at 3K. I can't tell once I hit 3K, but I will tell you when I get closer and closer and closer. I got a nice giveaway. So you want that? Hit subscribe button. But yeah, I gotta be easy, be safe, stay healthy, have a good night. Enjoy your Friday night. If you guys are going outside, please be safe. Drink responsibly, please. For the love of God, I don't want to happen to none of you people. If you guys to go home as you came. Come back in one piece. Go home as you can. Okay. And y'all guys have a great weekend. Enjoy Memorial Day. Please be safe out here. I think you're in Atlanta, right, Joe?
I'm in Georgia. I'm a couple hours from Atlanta, but South Georgia.
So you're okay. So you're okay. Okay, cool. Well, he's in Georgia. I'm in DC. The DMV is crazy. They won't be out here shooting like idiots. So please be safe. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be streaming tomorrow. I'll have a OTAs week 2 recap tomorrow on the channel at noon. So when you guys check that out, you can do so as well. Might be 1 o'clock actually, 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be on for like an hour rapping to you guys tomorrow. So you guys want to pull up, that'd be great. And then we'll get to OTAs week 3 and we'll get closer to minicamp and closer to the NFL season, training camp, preseason, all that good jazz. And 12 games, I get to watch my boys. Can't wait. Nice. And Joe, thank you again, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It's always good to be with you, Tony.
Man. Y'all guys have a good night. And we'll catch y'all next one, man. Peace.